Good morning, students. How are you? Hope you were fine. How was the celebration of festival? Okay, see, welcome back to my class. And in the last class, I was telling about atoms. You learned up to hydrogen spectrum, and now it's time for looking the last concept of atoms chapter, that is de Broglie's explanation. De Broglie's explanation of Bohr's de Broglie's explanation of Bohr's second postulate. See, what is the last concept? De Broglie's explanation of Bohr's second postulate. So it means Bohr's atom model. There is one second postulate. That second postulate actually, what was the second postulate of? What is the second postulate of Bohr's atom model? Can you remember? Yes, that postulate is the electron of hydrogen atom. The electron of hydrogen atom revolve only in those orbits where the angular momentum of an electron is equals to integral multiple of h by 2 pi. Yes, what is the statement of Bohr's Bohr's atom model? Second postulate, it says that where the electron is revolving in a hydrogen atom, it revolves around the nucleus of hydrogen atom, in which orbit the condition, that is angular momentum of the electron, is equals to integral multiple of h by 2 pi, that is m vr equals to nh by 2 pi. This condition, where it satisfies, in those orbits the electron is found revolving. This was the second postulate of Bohr's atom model. See, this statement is most confusing. It is not clear where the electron is revolving around the nucleus of hydrogen atom. That condition gets satisfied. Where the condition is satisfied, in those orbits only electron is revolving. So this was the most confusing postulate of Bohr's atom model. Many scientists, they tried to solve the explanation, or they tried to give the explanation for this statement. See, not others. Bohr himself failed to give the clear explanation of this second postulate of Bohr's atom model. ಅವ್ರದೇ ಮಾಡೆಲ್ ಅದು. ಯಾರ್ದು? ಬೋರ್ದು, ನೀಲ್ ಬೋರ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ, ಆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಏನಾಗಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ 10 years, a scientist named Louis de Broglie. ಡಿ ಬ್ರೋಗ್ಲಿ ವೇವ್ಸ್ ಕಲ್ತಿರಲಿ. ಡಿ ಬ್ರೋಗ್ಲಿ ವೇವ್ಸ್ ಯಾರು ಸೈಂಟಿಸ್ಟ್? ಫ್ರೆಂಚ್ ಫಿಸಿಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಲೂಯಿಸ್ ಡಿ ಬ್ರೋಗ್ಲಿ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥ ಸೈಂಟಿಸ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ, he gave a well-known explanation for Bohr's second postulate, and so therefore it is called de Broglie's correction, not explanation. De Broglie's correction of de Broglie's correction of Bohr's second postulate. See here, this is the nucleus of hydrogen atom. Around the nucleus there are circular orbits. So electron is present. Imagine electron is present in it is revolving in first orbit. So according to Bohr, in this orbit must satisfy the condition mvr equals to nh by 2 pi. Yeah, you wrote mvn rn equals to nh by 2 pi. So see, but de Broglie, how he corrected this postulate means, see, he considered electrons as the particle waves. Here electrons should be considered as particle waves which are revolving around the nucleus. And one thing he said, he added, Louis de Broglie added that these particle waves, while revolving in the circular orbits, they are traveling like a wave that closes itself. A wave that closes. See, I am drawing the wave. This is the representation of a wave. This is the wave which is closing itself and traveling further. So see, to do this, here the wave must be a stationary wave. The wave is acting like a stationary wave. The wave is acting like a stationary wave. So here electron is, see, electron consider ಮಾಡಿರೋದು. Electron is a particle wave. Electron is a particle wave which closes itself. Particle wave which describes wave nature when it is moving around the nucleus and closes itself by forming a stationary wave. So this is the representation of stationary wave. And one more thing here, where the electron is present means here the electron is present in an orbit where the one condition gets satisfied according to Louis de Broglie. According to de Broglie, circumference of the orbit is equals to integral multiple of wavelength. Integral multiple of wavelength. Here wavelength is distance traveled by the electron. So circumference of the orbit means, see here, if the electron is present in first orbit, imagine the circumference of the orbit is given by the condition 2 pi r. Circumference is given by the formula 2 pi r. Here r is rn, 2 pi rn. Integral n into lambda. So where this condition is satisfied, in those orbits the electron is revolving. So this is the simplest condition. So it is understood to everyone compared to that old Bohr's second postulate formula. Bohr's second postulate formula is mvr equals to nh by 2 pi. But here what Louis de Broglie said, he considered electron which is present in the hydrogen atom and revolving around the nucleus, that is a particle wave which closes itself after traveling certain distance. So a wave which is closing itself means from where it is starting up to that point it is coming and moving further. Moving further means it is closing itself. See here. So a wave that closes itself is called a stationary wave. So for a stationary wave, what you can take, circumference of the orbit where the stationary wave is traveling is equals to integral multiple of wavelength, that is 2 pi rn equals to n lambda. Equation number 1. Use de Broglie's wavelength formula. Use de Broglie's wavelength formula. Using de Broglie's wavelength formula, that is lambda equals to h by mvn. What is the formula for de Broglie's wavelength? Lambda equals to h by mvn. So now equation number 1 becomes 2 pi rn. 2 pi rn equals to n into lambda means what? H by mvn. Lambda means h by mvn. 2 by Rn equals to NH by mvn. So you see here, now you bring this mvn to LHS side and carry 2 pi to RHS side. So mvn. See, I got this mvn here with Rn. Mvn Rn equals to NH by 2 pi. NH by 2 pi. Vn Rn equals to NH by 2 pi. NH by 2 pi. This is the formula. See, first we consider circumference formula equals to integral multiple of wavelength, right? So using the de Broglie's wavelength formula, lambda equals to h by mvn. Substitute lambda value in equation number 1, h by mvn. Mvn n into h by mvn, because lambda is h by mvn. So bring mvn to the LHS side. Mvn Rn equals to nh by 2 pi. So this was the second postulate. This was the second postulate of Bohr's atom model. ಆ ಕಡೆ Bohr's postulate ಕೂಡ ತಪ್ಪು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ. ಡಿ ಬ್ರೋಗ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ, Bohr's ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು ಕೂಡ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ, but it needs a small correction when you try to understand about the postulate. That explanation is, here the wave must be considered as a stationary wave, and the condition is circumference of the orbit is equals to integral multiple of wavelength. See, de Broglie not said postulate, second postulate of Bohr's atom model is wrong. He didn't say that one. He just said Bohr's second postulate has a small correction. That postulate is the best postulate. It explains very well about the structure of hydrogen atom, but it needs small correction when you try to understand about the second postulate. What is that small correction? You should consider, instead of that angular momentum of the electron, Bohr, according to Bohr, second postulate is the electron is revolving only in those orbits where the angular momentum of an electron is equals to integral multiple of h by 2 pi. But here, see, while instead of saying that one, you say electron is revolving only in those orbits. Electron is revolving only in those orbits where the circumference of the orbit is equals to integral multiple of wavelength. So this is somewhat clear compared to earlier one. See, finally de Broglie also, see, he arrived de Broglie Bohr's formula. Last the explanation ಮಾಡಿ Bohr's formula ನೇ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. Bohr's ತಪ್ಪಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ, Bohr's formula ನೇ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ನೀವು ಕರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. So this is called de Broglie's correction of Bohr's second postulate. So finally arrived at the formula mvn Rn equals to nh by 2 pi, which was given earlier in the Bohr's atom model. Right? This is the de Broglie's correction of Bohr's second postulate. So up to this you learned about the first chapter, that is atoms. So now I am going to start the second chapter of this unit, that is nucleus. Nucleus. You know that nucleus is the central part of an atom. Nucleus, what is nucleus? It is the central part of an atom. See, this is the atom, then this is called nucleus. It is the middle part of an atom. So, and what is there inside the nucleus? Inside the nucleus you are having, see, nucleus means inside the nucleus there are protons and protons. It is made up of protons, and inside the nucleus there are protons and neutrons. and these are called, these are inside the nucleus. Inside the nucleus protons plus neutrons, and these are called nucleons. What is the name given to the sum of protons and neutrons? Nucleons. Yes, around the nucleus, see what I am telling. Inside the nucleus, what are there? Protons and neutrons are there, and around the nucleus, electron is there. Electrons are there. Around the nucleus, electrons are there. See, around the nucleus, what are found? Electrons are found. Around the nucleus. Around the nucleus, electrons are formed. Electrons are formed. See how to differentiate electrons, protons, and neutrons. Protons are, these are positively charged. Protons are positively charged. Neutrons are, say, neutral, electrically neutral. They are not at all having any charge. They are neither positively charged nor negatively charged. And electrons negatively charged. Electrons are negatively charged. Electrons are negatively charged. So here protons are positively charged, neutrons are electrically neutral, and electrons are negatively charged. So let us look into the value of charge of proton. Charge of proton. What is the value for charge of proton? Plus charge of proton is plus 1.602 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. Plus 1.602 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. Mass of proton. See, charge of proton is E equals to, symbol for charge is small e. Mass of proton, m to the base p, mp, m to the base p, m to the base p equals to 1.672 into 10 to the power of minus 27 kg. This is the mass of proton. One proton, mass of one proton. Charge of neutron. Neutron, which are electrically neutral. Charge of neutron. Neutrons are electrically neutral. They are not having any charge. Zero. Zero is the charge of neutron. Mass of neutron. Mass of neutron. Mn equals to. Mass of neutron is Mn equals to here. See 1.674 into 10 to the power of minus 27 kg. 1.674 into 10 to the power of minus 27 kg. Mass of neutron. Next, charge of electron. Charge of electron. Negatively charged. Electrons are negatively charged. So minus 1.602 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. Mass, charge of an electron. Mass of an electron. These are very important, and make a note of these values. Listen carefully. What is the charge of proton? You must say with me. Say with me. 1.602 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. And what is the mass of proton? 1.672 into 10 to the power of minus 27 kg. Charge of neutron equals to 0. Mass of neutron Mn equals to 1.674 into 10 to the power of minus 27 kg. Charge of electron minus 1.602 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. Mass of electron is Me equals to, mass of electron is equals to 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kg. Yes, what is the charge of an electron? Minus 1.602 into 10 to the power of minus 90 coulomb. Mass of an electron Me equals to 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kilogram. See, charge of an electron is equals to charge of proton, but only the difference is charge of proton is positive, charge of electron is negative. Charge of proton is positive, charge of electron is negative. Here see, mass of proton and mass of neutron, they are approximately equal to one another. Mass of proton is 1.672 into 10 to the power of minus 27. Here mass of neutron is Mn equals to 1.674 into 10 to the power of minus 27 kg. So sometimes both the values are taken to be equal to one another. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ charge of proton, charge of electron ಒಂದೇ ಇದೆ, but difference is proton is positively charged, electron is negatively charged. But ಇನ್ನೊಂದೇನಂದ್ರೆ another thing is, you know that mass of neutron 1.674 10 to the power of minus 27. Mass of proton 1.672 ಅಂದರೆ 0.002 ನಲ್ಲಿ ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸ ಇದೆ. 0.002 ನಲ್ಲಿ ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನದು? They are approximately near to one another. You can take Mn, mass of neutron is equals to mass of proton. ಎರಡು ಏನದವ? Approximately ಅಲ್ಲ, ಎರಡು almost equal, nearly equal to one another. So what is a nucleus? Nucleus is the central part of an atom, and what it is consisting of? Nucleus. Inside the nucleus, protons and neutrons are present. The sum of protons and neutrons is called nucleons. The total sum of protons and neutrons is equals to nucleon. That is called nucleon. Here protons are positively charged, neutrons are electrically neutral. They are not having any charge. Their charge is zero. So and say electrons around the nucleus, there are electrons. Electrons are negatively charged, and you know about these values. Let's see, proton was the particle proton was discovered by Goldstein. Who discovered proton means Goldstein. Neutron, James Chadwick. Neutron was discovered by James Chadwick. And say electron was discovered by J.J. Thomson. So who discovered the particle proton? Goldstein. And particle neutron, James Chadwick. Particle electron, J.J. Thomson. So the discoverers of proton, neutron and electron. So you learned about charge, mass, and see here nucleus is the central part, and around the inside the nucleus nucleons are present, around the nucleus electrons are present. So see, we shall discuss about isotopes, special category of nuclei. What are isotopes? Isotopes means these are the nuclei of elements, nuclei of an element which are having the same number of protons. P is present. So P is present means proton ಗಳ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ same ಇದ್ರೆ, if the nuclei are having the same number of protons, then you can call those nuclei as isotopes. The nuclei of elements, how to define isotopes? The nuclei of elements having same number of protons, same number of protons. Here the number of proton means atomic number. Number of protons ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಂತ? atomic number ಅಂತ. The same number of protons, atomic number same ಇರಬೇಕು, atomic number. Here number of protons means atomic number are called they are called isotopes. P ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ, P ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? protons. P ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, isotope P ಅಂದ್ರೆ protons. ಪ್ರೋಟಾನ್ಗಳ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ ಸೇಮ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಪ್ರೋಟಾನ್ಗಳ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ ಸೇಮ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಅವನ್ನ ಏನಂತ ಕರೀಬಹುದು? ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಕರೀಬಹುದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಐಸೋಟೋಪ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀಬಹುದು. And here isotopes exist for the same element. Isotopes are the nuclei of same element. Hydrogen alle irthav isotope, carbon alle irthav. So for example 1H1, 1H2, 1H3. These are the isotopes of hydrogen. Example for isotopes of hydrogen. ಈ ನೋಡಿ ಪ್ರೋಟಾನ್ ಇದೆ ಪ್ರೋಟಾನ್ ಇದು ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. Z ಇದೆ ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ನಂಬರ್. Z ಸೇಮ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಪ್ರೋಟಾನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ Z. Here Z equals to atomic number. Z equals to atomic number. Atomic number ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ? Number of protons. Atomic number is equals to number of protons. Number of protons. Atomic number ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನದು? It is number of protons. Number of protons. So here this is mass number A, capital A. Capital A. So one example for isotopes is 1H1, 1H2, 1H3. So here 1H1, what is the special name given to 1H1 proton? 1H1 is proton. Here proton, how many? See in an atom, what is the charge of an atom? Charge of an atom is 0. Charge of an atom is 0. Why? Means in an atom the number of protons is exactly equal to the number of electrons. How many electrons are there? The same number of protons are there in an atom. So here positive charge is equal to negative charge. The total positive charge of an atom is equals to the total negative charge. So this is why atom is electrically neutral. So in case of 1H1 is called proton. How many protons? Protons is equals to 1. Protons is equals to 1. Neutrons 0. Neutrons 0. Proton ನೋಡ್ರಿ atomic number ಈಗ ನೀವು ನಿಮಗೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಸ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಮಾಸ್ ನಂಬರ್ atomic number. Atomic number ಅಂದ್ರೆ Z ಏನು? Atomic number is equals to Z equals to protons, right? Mass number equals to capital A equals to number of protons plus number of neutrons. Z plus Z. Number of protons plus number of neutrons. So in neutrons equals neutrons, n equals to A minus Z. N equals to A minus Z. So here in case of proton, in case of first one, this one, in case of this one 1H1, so mass number is 1 and atomic number is 1, so equal to 0. So therefore charge of proton ಅಂತ ಇದನ್ನ 1H1 ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಪ್ರೋಟಾನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೆದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಾನ್ಗಳ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ 0 ಅದು. ಬಟ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೋಟಾನ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಾನ್ 0 ಅದು. ಪ್ರೋಟಾನ್ಗಳ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ 1 ಅಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ಚಾರ್ಜ್, ಇದು ಮಾಸ್. ಈ ತರ ನೀವು ನಾ ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ, ಹೌ ಟು ಫೈಂಡ್ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಇನ್ an atom, it is given by A minus Z, mass number minus atomic number. So this is one example. Second example C610, C611, C612, C613, C614. These are the different isotopes of carbon. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು see, you try to understand one thing, the nuclei of same element. Isotopes are present for the same elements. Oxygen ಇದ್ರೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇರಬಹುದು, ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇರಬಹುದು. How many isotopes are there for carbon? 5 isotopes. How many isotopes are there for hydrogen? 3 isotopes. Oxygen is also having 3 isotopes. So what are isotopes? The nuclei of same elements which are having the same number of protons, that is atomic number, are called isotopes. They are but different number of mass number. Atomic number same ಇರ್ತದ, mass number different ಇರ್ತದ. Atomic number ಅಂದ್ರೆ number of protons. isotopes are the nuclei of same elements which are having the same number of protons. It means same atomic number but different mass number. See here, atomic number is 6. This is the atomic number. Our number of protons 6, 6, 6 same. ಇಲ್ಲಿ mass number 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 ಈ ತರ differences ಇದೆ. So these are called isotopes. So next one, second, isobars. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ಬಾರ ಅಂತ ಐಸೋಬಾರ್ಸ್. ಬಾರ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವೇಟ್, ಮಾಸ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಐಸೋಬಾರ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮಾಸ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿ ದ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೈ ಆಫ್ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವು ಸೇಮ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ. ದ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೈ ಆಫ್ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್, what are isobars? These are the nuclei of different elements. The nuclei of different elements having the nuclei of different elements having same mass number. Mass number is same mass number, but different. Same mass number but different. Same mass number but different atomic number. Atomic number are called, different atomic number are called isobars. These are called isobars. The nuclei of different elements having same mass number but different atomic number, they are called isobars. For example, calcium and argon. Ar1840. Argon and calcium kuda 2040. These are the example of isobars. Here see, you can see mass number is same. Mass number is 40. Both are having the mass number equals to 40. So, but atomic number is 18 and 20. Here see mass number. Here A equals to mass number A. Mass number capital A. Capital A equals to how much? 40. Atomic number are different. Atomic number ಏನದಾವ? For argon 18 and for calcium it is 20. Atomic number Z equals to 18 and 20. For second example, sodium and magnesium Mg. Sodium and magnesium mass number is, both are having 23 as the mass number, 23, but sodium atomic number is 11 and for this atomic number is 12. So here see sodium and magnesium are the isotopes. So here the nuclei of different elements, argon and calcium, they are the different elements. The nuclei of different elements which are having same mass number but different atomic number, they are called isobars. Sodium and magnesium also different elements. But what about the isotopes? They are the nuclei of same elements. Hydrogen alle isotopes irtavu, oxygen alle isotopes irtavu, carbon alle isotopes irtavu. But ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನದ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಐಸೋಟೋಪ್ಸ್ ನ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಥರ್ಡ್ ಒನ್ ಐಸೋಟೋನ್ಸ್. See isotopes ಏನಿದೆ, ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಏನಿದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಐಸೋಬಾರ್ಸ್ ಭಾರ ಅಂತಿದೆ, ಮಾಸ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಐಸೋಟೋಪ್ಸ್ P ಅಂತಿದೆ, P ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರೋಟಾನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಐಸೋಟೋಪ್ಸ್ ಏನಿದೆ, ಸೊ ದ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೈ of different elements, the nuclei of different elements having same number of neutrons is called same number of neutrons is called isotopes. Same number of neutrons is called isotopes. Isotopes, for example, first one, what is example for isotone? So here we can take oxygen O816 and carbon C614. So see here neutrons, n equals to mass number minus atomic number. N equals to here, what is the mass number for oxygen? Neutrons for oxygen, neutrons is n equals to a minus a is 16 minus 8. 16 minus 8 is 8. 16 minus 8 is 8. So for second one, for carbon C614, n equals to a minus z. N equals to a minus z. N equals to here a is 14, z is 6. So number of neutrons is 8. So number of neutrons is the same in oxygen and carbon. So oxygen and carbon, this pair, you must write one pair. Two elements must be written for isotopes as well as isobars. One example is one oxygen and carbon. In number of mass number and atomic number, you should write correctly, right? So this is the example of this is one example of isotopes. Next example, we shall see another example for isotope. 1H3 and 2He4. Think 1H3 tritium ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. 1H3 and helium 2He4. This is one example of isotopes. So for 1H3 here n equals to a minus z. N equals to a minus z. N equals to a is 3 minus 1. N equals to 2. N equals to for 2He4 here n equals to a minus z. A is 4, z is 2. So number of neutrons is equals to 2. Number of neutrons is equals to 2 for helium and hydrogen. And this case is called tritium. ಇದನ್ನ ಏನು ಕರೀತೀರಾ? ಟ್ರಿಟಿಯಂ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀರಾ. ಇದನ್ನ ನೋಡಿ 1H1 ಪ್ರೋಟಾನ್ ಇದೆ. ಹೆಸರೇನಿದೆ? ಪ್ರೋಟಾನ್. 1H2 ಇದನ್ನ ಏನು ಕರೀತೀರಾ? ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಾನ್. 1H3 ಇದನ್ನ ಟ್ರಿಟಾನ್. ಇದನ್ನ ಟ್ರಿಟಾನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಪ್ರೋಟಾನ್, ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಾನ್, ಟ್ರಿಟಾನ್ ಈ ತರ ಕರೀತಾರೆ, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ನೀವು ಐಸೋಟೋನ್ಸ್, ಐಸೋಬಾರ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಐಸೋಟೋಪ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನೆನಪಿಡಬೇಕು. our definition plus one example.